People should not leave Lagos, but should invest less and reduce their investment on real estate, because you cannot carry these things away. They should learn their lesson from the past. Igbo people should go back to the history. 1970, after the war, what happened to Igbos in Lagos?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Reginald Chukwuma Ajagbo.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Imo State of Nigeria.
So how long have you been in Lagos?
I've been in Lagos for over 7 years.
So what kind of business do you do, sir?
I was into buying and selling, but right now I'm into credit and loans business.
How is business doing since the rise of dollars?
I would rather say that business has been very slow, dull. Right here I'm in the warehouse where containers from across the globe are offloaded. The number of containers that are being offloaded now is grossly lower than what it used to be. I've been in this market for over 5 years, and most of the time we have containers lined up on the express waiting to be offloaded. But right now we are begging for containers to come into the warehouse because importers are no longer importing. You are not sure of how much it will cost you to clear your container in Nigeria or move it to the warehouse, before you begin to make sales. So importers are complaining so much now that they are running into losses. So most people are no longer encouraged to go into importation of any kind.
Was it better during Buhari?
I would rather say it was quite better. We thought we were experiencing very bad government and we clamored for change. Yes. But unfortunately, I will tell you that Nigerians today prefer Buhari to the present government, because the present government have taken us several decades behind what we used to be.
Do you think that Nigeria will have been different with P2B?
Oh my God. You know, P2B, without any fear of contradiction in terms of tribe, because I'm an Igbo man, P2B is an Igbo man. Even during the campaign, I was saying that if somebody like Professor Yemi Oshibajo came out, I personally would have supported him. Because Professor Yemi Oshibajo is an intellectual, a professor, not just a professor, but he has been tested. During the absence of Buhari on medical tours and all that, he effected very good changes in Nigeria, in Nigerian politics and economy. So if we had somebody like P2B, because P2B's team were supposed to come in with young people, young men and women, the youth who are filled with ideas, new ideas, and who are anxious for a change, a positive change. This team of youth would have brought about new blood into Nigerian politics and economy. Bringing P2B would have resulted into a very great change in Nigerian history. I believe that strongly.
Do you think that the cabals in Aso Rock will ever allow Igbo presidency?
They will allow Igbo presidency sometime, but not in the candidate of P2B or someone like him who will want to bring good changes to Nigeria, because these cabals are living on the suffering of Nigerians. They are the ones making Nigeria, siphoning Nigeria, and making a good change impossible, difficult in this country. So I still doubt the emergence of P2B as the president of Nigeria. Not because he is good or bad, but because he is coming with policies that will not be comfortable with the cabals.
So do you think it's very important to vote for your brother, even if he is not qualified to be the president, or is it more important to vote for someone that can rescue the country, no matter the tribe?
No, and let me cut it short. For me, I would say a detribalized person. I was born here in Lagos in the 1960s. I spent most of my life in Lagos, lived with the Yorubas, school with them, and enjoyed a lot of benefits from the Yorubas. I don't believe in tribe. I believe in that man that can deliver Nigeria, whosoever it is. Today, the cost of bread is not different from a Yoruba person does not pay a different price for bread in the market than the Igbos. Both the Igbo, the Yoruba, Hausa, Efik, Ibibio, or any tribe in Nigeria pay the same price. Pay the same price for fuel, pay the same price for rice, pay the same price for anything. So it doesn't make any difference. Whosoever will come into leadership of Nigeria and bring about a difference is the person I will support. And it's the person I will encourage every other right-thinking Nigerian to support.
The way things are going right now in Nigeria, where do you see Nigeria in the next maybe 10 to 20 years?
If Nigeria should continue with this administration and like administrations in the future after this regime, I think Nigeria will be heading to total collapse. So
do you think anything good can come out of this current government?
In logic, we believe that if you begin with force, you will end with force. You cannot end with truth if you begin with force. Without any fear of anything, I don't see anything good coming from this administration. I don't see a single thing, because the caliber of people really lost today in this country, none of them have shown good record in their past leadership, and I don't see them bringing about any positive change to Nigerian life.
Successful Biafra or one successful Nigeria, which one will you choose?
I'll choose successful Nigeria.
And why?
Because together we are stronger. We are stronger being together as a nation. Because if you go to the southeast, we have terrible leadership. And this leadership does not come from the north or the west. They are still Igbos and presumably the Biafrans. So I would prefer that we'll continue as one nation, but then change our mindset by electing the right person in the right positions. We have nations that are far larger than Nigeria. Countries like China, India, or Russia, and etc. Indonesia and other countries like that. They are far more in population than Nigeria. Yet they have better leadership. They have better economy than Nigeria. And these people they have different languages, different cultures. In Nigeria, we have, in China, for example, we have so many cultures blended into one. Yet they have very good, excellent. China is almost leading the entire world in the area of economy and every sphere of life. So I don't believe that our diversity in language and culture is our problem. Rather, politicians take undue advantage of our diversity to destroy us. Now that they have won the election and back into power, they are no longer talking about tribe. They are now united in siphoning the economy. They are for instance, the president bought an SUV for all the senators. He did not discriminate the tribe you come from. He bought SUV for all the senators, Nigerian senators. And when they want to deal with us, they deal with us in unitedly. They don't remember the tribes. But when they want to win an election, they divide us with tribe and language.
Why does it seem that other tribes hate Igbos so much?
Well, it is natural, because the Igbos are very industrious people. When an Igbo man goes to a place that nothing seems to be working, within a short time, he will discover something that will work in that place. I will begin to prosper. And naturally, envy will come in. I believe that is simply the reason. Nothing much, nothing far from that. The Igbos are very dynamic in their way of life. They are very patient people. They are very industrious. They are very resilient. Take an Igbo man to the worst places on planet Earth. An Igbo man will survive there and make a living in that environment. But most tribes are not like that.
So what is so special about the Igbo people?
Just like I said that the Igbos are resilient. They don't easily give up. And they don't even easily give up. They are very bold. They are very courageous. That is what one outstanding thing I know that is different. Few years back, about almost 30 years ago, when I schooled at Ogbomoso, I was pastoring a church in the most interior part of Ogbomoso. There, I saw an Igbo young man, tapping palm wine and was selling to the indigenes. The indigenes could not discover the potential in this palm wine. Rather, they leased it out to him. He will tap the palm wine and still sell to them and make his money. So you can see that. Unlike you may see an Yoruba or Hausa or some other tribe coming into an interior part of an Igbo land, they are so most of them will be afraid that they might be killed. But an Igbo man, in his unique way of life, in his adventurous way of life, does not think of such challenges when he is in pursuit of prosperity.
So the Lagos state government is destroying Igbo's properties, especially businessmen in Lagos. So what lesson should Igbos learn from that?
The lesson the average Igbo man should learn is to reduce his investment outside of Lagos and outside of Igbo land, I mean. A time have come when the Igbos should learn their lesson. Let me recall the experience of Igbos shortly after the Nigerian Biafra war. Now, there were these three mantras, if I can remember precisely, the federal government declared reconciliation, reconstruction, and I've forgotten the other R, 3R. But none of these things were implemented. When the Igbo man came back to Lagos, his properties were considered abandoned property and seized. His properties were seized and considered abandoned property, not just in Lagos but in Rivers State as well, and some other part of Nigeria. So Igbo men lost so much. Igbo should not leave Lagos, but should invest less and reduce their investment on real estate, because you cannot carry these things away. They should learn their lesson from the past. They should go. Igbo people should go back to the history. 1970, after the war, what happened to Igbos in Lagos and their properties in Lagos? Their properties were considered abandoned property and they lost it all.
If Nigeria doesn't want Igbo people, so what is preventing them from letting them go as Igbos?
Nigeria does not want the Igbos. It's a common experience that the rest of tribes in Nigeria does not like the Igbo man. Yet they need us. One, most of the resources that sustain the economy of this country come from the southeast. And this is the major reason why they don't want the Igbos to leave. And now, there is this political game the federal government played by the so-called 6 geographical zones, whereby the South-South, the so-called South-South, was carved out of Igbo land. The Cross River, the Bayelsa, the River State, Akwa Ibom, these were all part of the former Eastern Nigeria. Because these are the areas where the natural resources that sustaining Nigeria come from. But it should not be so. Look at the map of the so-called South-South and Southeast. You discover that there is a deliberate move by the federal government or the forces that control the affairs of this country to sideline the Igbos. Yet, the Igbos still have natural resources that the Nigerian people need as a whole.
What do you think that will happen in the East that will make all the Igbos, maybe Igbos all over the country, to start coming home automatically, like they want to come and base in Igbo land? What do you think that will happen?
First and foremost is security. And then I want to also tell us here that the insecurity in the Southeast is orchestrated by the federal government. If anybody or the federal government denies this, let them give us a proof. The Southeast used to be the most peaceful part of the country, because the Igbos do not believe in destruction. They believe so much in the sanctity of life. But today, the Southeast has become one of the most unsafe part of the country. This is a strategy by the federal government to discourage the Southeasterners from relocating back to the Southeast. But if the security is, there is good security in the Southeast, and then followed by, of course, electricity. These are the things that drive industry, because the Igbo man is an industrious. So if there is good road, if there is security, if there is stable light power supply, what would an Igbo man be doing outside Igbo land? The reason the Igbos are mostly in Lagos today is due to the river, the ocean, where they offload their containers and where they buy and they sell their goods. So, and now, if the ports in the Southeast are revived, whereby you can offload your containers in the Southeast, I don't see the Igbo men flocking into Lagos in their large numbers as it is today.
Do you think that Igbos can rule themselves peacefully without misunderstanding?
Definitely, every tribe and people have their flaws. But I believe that the Igbos can rule themselves peacefully. The Igbos, like I said earlier, they don't believe in destruction. They also believe in the sanctity of life. They don't believe in destruction of human life or properties. So they are very intelligent set of people. So they can rule themselves. The Igbos have everything that is needed to rule themselves peacefully, in prosperity as well.
What challenges are you facing in your business?
The challenges I'm facing is primarily the economy. Because if I depend on, will I say, the prosperity of my customers, when they make sales, they save money with me. And for their savings, I make other investments like giving out loans and other things, and then also get commission from them. But today, that money is not coming as it ought to. So this is a major challenge I am facing.
If you are asked to make only one wish for one good thing that should happen in Nigeria right now, what will it be?
The change of government. the change of government for the youth. Let the youth, the younger ones, rule this nation. That is the one wish I would want to make.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for speaking with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We do appreciate your time. God bless you, sir, and do have a blessed week ahead. Thank you, sir.
And you too.
Okay,
Thank you.
we have come to the end of the interview. So do remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Akoko TV. Subscribe, share and like. You can click on the bell button to get our notification anytime we upload. And also follow us on all our social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Akoko TV. And I'm your host, Miri Dadiva. Thank you. Bye.